Okay, so it is referring to lesson number 40. Okay, so it's referring to lesson number 40. You can answer the questions, watch the video, and after this class, you can actually tap on the additional questions. Okay, so basically we are doing nets of solid figures. Now, for those of you who are not sure what this nets is all about, now this is what you can do. At home, if your mom allows it or your parents allow it, and you have an empty tissue box, for example, if you were to cut the sides, okay, if you were to cut the sides of the tissue box, you would actually open up to, okay, a tissue box, if it's a square, but if it's a cuboid, it will be a different shape that you will see when you open it up. So if you all can see here, okay, when we talk about a net of a cube, so you have a cube, you have the top, the base, the sides. The sides can be the left and the right, as well as the front and the back. Okay, so the top and the base are together. Okay. All right, the top and the base are together. Then you have the two sides. Okay. All right. Now, so when they open up, so like I said, if you were to cut it up, you'll be able to open up to see the shape in this form. Oh, your teacher gave you cutouts. Okay, so I'm not sure whether the rest of you are the same as Salman. Salman got cutouts from the teacher. So all you need to do is cutout means already cut lah, or you have to cut it. Already cut. Oh, nice. Okay, can you all see Salman's screen? Can you all see that? Okay, it's something like that. So it's a cutout. So he's supposed to cut it out. And then is it during this National Day, no activity, cut it out, then you can form it together again, is it? Something like that lah. Okay. So, oh, that's very useful. How I wish we can share that, but I don't think we can. Okay, so I've got a bit of a graphics here for you. So if you were to open from the net of a cube, how it folds up is you fold the back, then the front, and then the sides that you got to bring it up. Okay, so you bring up the sides here, and then after that you bring up the other side, and then you fold up. Okay, so the easiest to, yes, so like someone Kian suggested, is to actually find the base first. Once you've identified the base, like this is actually the base. Once you've identified the base, everything else will fall into place as you fold it. Okay. All right. Now, for a square, there are, or for a cube, for example, there are actually many different ways that you can get the cutout or the net that will form a cube. Now, if I were to look at part 1, do you think that would be the net of a cube? Okay, now if I take this as the base, okay, can you picture this? If I take this as a base, I flip this up, this becomes the back. And this becomes the side. Can you visualize it? Okay. So can this part 1 be a type of net for a cube, do you think? Is it possible? Yes. So how does that work? Okay, that means maybe I shouldn't use this combination. Maybe if I were to use this combination as the base, Is it possible? I think number 1 is not possible. Yashika said yes. What about the rest of you? Okay, now take note, if I were to, it's not possible, because if I were to fold this to become the back, this will be the side, and this will be the top. And then I will have the side, and then I will have this as the top as well. So I have 2 tops. So it's not possible. Yeah, I can put the base anywhere, no problem. That's right, Kian. So Kian said you can put the base anywhere. But in this case, I can put the base anywhere. That this becomes the back. So this is not possible. Okay, now what about number 2? Is it a possible, if I were to fold it up, will I be able to get a cube? Okay, now let's say I put this. Okay, I'm going to shade the base in blue, okay? So that's the base. So then this becomes the side and this becomes the top. Can you see that if I fold the side up, this comes up? Can you see it? And this becomes the front, side, and back. So this is a possible shape of a cube. What about number 3? What do you think? Can you look at the shape and see? Let me know, what do you think? What do you think? Can? Okay. So Joylin said can, Yashika said can. So let's see, So if I put this as, if I shade this as the base, okay, if I make this the base, so I fold this up, so this becomes the back, and this becomes the side, because it folds sidewards. Okay? Then, what happens? This will become the side, front, so you fold it to the left, and this becomes the top. So this is possible. Okay? Well done, Joyling. Okay. Number 4 is something which is very common. If you made this the base, this will be the side, top, front, and back. Okay, so this is a very common net of a cube. Okay, so this is a very common net of a cube. Now, what about the other common is this one. If you realize, this is also another common net of a cube. Okay, so these are very common. Now, what about number 4? Can you let me know whether is it possible? This is common, this is common. What about number 5? What about number 5? Is it possible? Joyling said cannot. The rest of you, what do you think? Cannot. No. Okay, so this cannot. Okay, so number 1 and number 5 cannot form a cube. Okay, so it's not a net of a cube. Okay, so here are some examples of nets of cube. So you have a cuboid. So cuboid is made up of a rectangle. So because this is a square face, so because it's a square face, you will realize that you would actually get 4 equal rectangles. Okay, you get 4 equal rectangles. Okay, now take note. The number 1 thing that you must, the number 1 characteristic that you must take note of is that a cuboid must have 6 faces, just like a cube must have 6 faces at all. What about a triangular prism? So a triangular prism will have 2 triangular faces plus. Okay, so because it is triangle to the other triangle, you would actually get 3 rectangles. Can you see this? All right, you have 3 rectangles. So this is pretty much, when it comes to a net, it's just a shape that you will be able to form when you cut it up. The 2D translated to a 3D will become a solid. Okay, so these are your 2-dimensional figures. Okay, the net are 2-dimensional, whereas the solid that is formed by the net are 3-dimensional. Okay, so these are 3-dimensional solid figures. Okay, all right. Now, so we saw cube, cuboid, and triangular prism. Now we have also square-based pyramid. So a square-based pyramid, the shape of the base is a square. Okay, can you see that? The shape of the base is a square. And then you have 4 triangles around it, so that when you lift up the shape, it will form your pyramid. Okay, a pyramid is just similar to what you see the pyramid in Egypt. Okay, similarly, tetrahedron is just your 3-sided figure. It is similar to a pyramid, except that the base is a triangle. And a cone. A cone is made up of a circle and part of a circle, like that. Okay, so these are some of the shapes that we have. So in our exercise, what we did was to ask you, is the following the net of a cube? Yes or no? For those of you who didn't try, yes, joining your no, joining, try again. That can either be a yes or a no lah. Yes, Yashika is correct. Okay. The rest of you, someone also. Okay, so I have a couple of people saying yes and no. Okay, let's take a vote, okay? So I have 2 no and a yes. Anybody else? There's 9 of you. We should be able to come up to a conclusion. Okay, that's another no. What else? Who else? Can you picture this? So I have answers from Kiara. Wow. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more person. Haven't voted. Okay. Huh? You change your mind? Okay, let's say, okay, let me again shape my base. Okay, so that's my base. Okay, so when I lift this up, this becomes my side and the top. Can you picture this? So this will become the back and the side. Wait, let me see. Side, the top, the back, the side. Oh, sorry. This is, okay. Wait, let me try again. You have the base. So this is the base. Okay. The base, the back, side, top. Okay, hang on. Let me just erase this first. Side and the front. This is the front. Okay. Is it right? Back, base, side. Yeah. Is it? Is that it? Yeah. Okay. And the front. Or should I change my base?